Welcome to the YouTube channel PCMB Tutorials. I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to learn class 9th foundation. Subject is chemistry and chapter number 1 we have started, that is atomic structure, and this is part 7. So we are going to learn various things in this part. Let's start with the discovery of neutrons by Chadwick. Discovery of neutrons by Chadwick. By 1932, with the discovery of electron and proton, it was thought that inner structure of the atom is complete. Mass of the electron is negligible. Hence, the mass of the atom should be equal to the mass of protons concentrated inside the nucleus. Different atoms have different number of protons, hence different atomic masses. However, it was observed that there was a discrepancy between the actual atomic mass and the calculated atomic mass. For example, an atom of carbon has 6 protons, therefore its mass should be 6 times the mass of hydrogen atom, which has 1 proton, but experimentally it was found that the mass of carbon atom is 12 times the mass of hydrogen atom. A similar problem was encountered with regard to the mass of other atoms. Then what is the reason for his discrepancy? So the Rutherford was first scientist to predict the reason for his discrepancy. He predicted that along with protons there are some other neutral particles present in the nucleus. These particles were discovered as neutrons by James Chadwick. Let us study the observations and conclusions that led to the discovery of neutrons. Now we will see Chadwick's observations and conclusions. Chadwick's observations and conclusions. During an experiment, it was found that when alpha particles bombarded beryllium nuclei, some radiations were observed. These radiations were found to be undeviated in an electric field. So the earlier scientists thought that this radiation could be electromagnetic radiation and so discarded it. But Chadwick repeated the experiment and made the observations. I'll draw the diagrams of each and everything. This is the source of alpha particles. Source of A particles then there is beryllium this is beryllium beryllium and then paraffin wax block. This is the paraffin wax block. Paraffin wax block. And then after moving further, there is the detector of charged particles. Detector of charged particles. Like this. Here was the alpha particles, neutrons, protons. Positive charge of protons and no charge of neutrons. Now there is an activity. First point, activity. Beryllium nucleus was bombarded by alpha particles and a paddle wheel was placed behind the beryllium nucleus. So here the beryllium nucleus and then over here behind it a paddle wheel was placed. Observation was that the motion of paddle wheel was observed. Means this paddle wheel was doing motion, it was circulating. Then conclusion is beryllium nucleus emits some invisible radiations having material. Then second activity was the invisible radiations were made to pass through an electric field. Those invisible radiations were made to pass through an electric field undeviated in electric field. So observation was that these radiations were undeviated in an electric field. Conclusion: as there was no deviation, it means that the particles do not have any charge. They consist of neutral particles. These neutral particles were called neutrons by James Chadwick. So those neutral particles were considered as neutrons by James Chadwick. Now the biodata of neutron. In biodata of neutron, the discoverer of neutron is Goldstein. it is the discoverer of neutron. Then mass of neutron in grams was 1.65 into 10 raised to minus 24. Mass of neutron in kilograms was 1.675 into 10 raised to minus 27. And mass in AMU was 1.00866 of neutron. And mass with respect to the hydrogen mass was 1. I hope you have understood till this. We'll do a short summary about the electrons, protons and neutrons. First of all, electron discoverer was J.J. Thomson. Mass of electron in gram is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 28, and in with respect to the hydrogen atom, the mass of electron is 1/1837. And charge of electron in coulombs is minus 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19. Charge of electrons in ESU is minus 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 10. Relative charge of electron is minus 1. E by m ratio of electron is 1.76 into 10 raised to 8. Then after that it is proton. Proton's discoverer was Goldstein. The discoverer of proton was Goldstein, and the James Chadwick was the discoverer of neutrons. James Chadwick. The calculation of proton in grams, the mass in grams of proton is 1.6725 into 10 raised to minus 24. With respect to hydrogen atom is nearly equal. Then charge in coulombs of proton is plus 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19. And charge in ESU is minus 4.8 into 10 raised to minus 10. Relative charge is plus 1. E by m ratio varies with gas. And third one of neutron, the discoverer is James Chadwick. In grams, 1.675 into 10 raised to minus 24 is the mass in grams of neutron. Then mass of neutron with respect to hydrogen atom is nearly equal. In coulombs, the charge is 0, and in ESU the charge is again 0. Relative charge is none. Neutrons are not charges, not charged particles, and E by m ratio is not there. I hope you have understood till here. In next part, we will learn about the winner of the race. Then the structure of an atom we will learn. We'll solve some questions before that. Then we'll see the J.J. Thomson's model of atom. Then we'll see the Rutherford's atomic model. I hope you have understood till that. For any queries and doubt, please join the Telegram link given in the description of this video. Let's meet in part 8. Till that, thank you for watching.